Thank you, Boxxu, for sponsoring today's video. Use code honobread to save on your first box, and stay tuned to learn more later. Yo, bro, would you rather date Jessica or Hono? Jessica. If I were to describe what I was like growing up in one word, it would be ugly. Okay, but by ugly, I don't mean physically. I mean ugly as in the type of clothes I wore, the way I did my makeup, and how cringy I behaved. When I hang out with some of my friends, the topic of what we used to look like back then would sometimes come up, and I'd always go into this whole meltdown over how cringy and ugly I was back then. But of course, being my friends, they'd always be like,
No, it couldn't have been that bad.
Yes, it was that bad. When I think about when this awkward phase started, I think of middle school Hono. Back in middle school was when I started being interested in and experimenting more with fashion and makeup, and I ended up in what most people back then would consider the edgy punk rock emo phase. I don't know. It was around 2010, during the Scene Kid era. I shopped at Hot Topic. I feel like you get the picture. I wore heavy eyeliner that was super unflattering and smudged across my face by the end of every day, and my everyday wardrobe consisted of black high-top Converse, except they weren't actually Converse because my family was broke, or combat boots, black jeans, a black striped sweater with some black t-shirt thrown over it, and then this unique cat ear beanie. Middle school was also a time where I started to experiment more with hairstyles, and being the young, impressionable, edgy weeb I was, I drew inspiration from my most favorite anime at the time, Naruto. So I got my mom to take me to the happiest place on earth, the place of every little girl and boy's dreams, the place all the cool kids go to for their haircut. Walmart. I went to Walmart to get my hair cut at a salon there. Yes, some Walmarts have hair salons. So, normal kids would usually explain to the stylist or have their parents explain what kind of haircut they want, or maybe they'd even show the stylist a picture of a celebrity's hairstyle as reference for what they want. Not me, though. I showed the stylist lady a picture of Hinata and said that that was how I wanted to look. And unfortunately, in the end, I went home with exactly what I asked for. Walmart. Save money. And that's it, just save money. So, having the unique style I had mixed with me being a very loud and energetic weeb who'd yell cringy stuff like,
Senpai! Roar! Glump!
in addition to me doing the Naruto run all over the place, you already know I got bullied pretty bad. But as cringy as I was back then, no one ever deserves to be bullied for any reason. I know I'm shitting on myself a lot here, but honestly, I was just a young and expressive kid who really adored anime and everything about Japan, and there's nothing wrong with that. I just chose to express it in the most embarrassing way. Even now, as an adult, I still love watching anime and immersing myself in Japanese culture, especially with Japanese foods and snacks. Which is why I've joined forces with my friends over at Boxxu to bring you guys the best of what Japan has to offer. Boxxu is a monthly subscription service that delivers premium Japanese snacks and tea pairings straight from Japan to your door. And each Boxxu features a new theme, providing a gourmet journey through Japan every month. The first Boxxu you'll receive is called Seasons of Japan, and following Seasons of Japan, you'll receive a new monthly themed box, like this one. So this month's theme is Midori Moments. So the box is packed with green snacks like matcha cakes, wasabi chips, and green tea. Each Boxxu also comes with a cultural booklet that tells you all about the theme, where the snacks are from, details on all the flavors, and it even teaches you a few Japanese words or phrases. Supai. Supai! So I was so excited to try the snacks for this box because I'm a huge matcha lover, and this box had multiple matcha snacks, like this matcha ring This was definitely my favorite one. This is the Genovese Okaki. Here's me being shocked from how yummy it smelled. It smelled exactly like a garlicky pesto, which I really love. Here's some ASMR. Also, I take it back, this one is my favorite. So if you'd like to try some awesome Japanese snacks and support my channel, click the link in the description and use my code HONOBREAD to get $15 off your first Boxxu order. Thank you again, Boxxu, for sponsoring today's video. So back to my story. many things happened in middle school that ultimately led to a breaking point. Some of these things being the bullying, getting rejected by a boy and seeing that the type of girls he liked looked different than me, and even being told by a male teacher to grow my hair out because that's what men liked. So I started to believe that I was never going to be accepted for how I acted and how I dressed, and no boy was gonna like me unless I looked a certain way. Which is absolutely bullshit, by the way. I wish there was someone to tell me that back then. Anyways, I started dressing more feminine in high school, and my edgy punk rock emo phase was over. But my ugly face wasn't! You see, my style changed in high school, but my whack fashion sense did not. In high school, I was still experimenting a lot with my image, so one of the things I did was constantly box dye my hair red, and then deep fry it with a hair straightener every day. My hair was so dead, if you touched my hair while touching a broom, you probably couldn't tell the difference. I was also trying to follow mainstream makeup trends at the time, one of them being drawing your eyebrows thick AF using a dip brow pomade. I don't know why I thought this looked good. She really said. A part of me really wants to blame my mom for letting me leave the house like this every morning, but I can't even be mad because she would try to stop me by saying things like, because we're your family and we love you, only we are gonna tell you the truth. Your eyebrows are ugly.
I mean, you won't think something like that. You won't think something like that.
To make things even better, I also had pretty bad hormonal acne in high school and would try to hide it with a BB cream, and then I'd finish off my makeup using this Barbie pink lipstick because that's all I could find from my mom's makeup bag. I was a hot mess, you guys. But thankfully over time, after much trial and error, I got better at doing my makeup, I learned what skincare was, and I started taking better care of my hair. I could go on about all the other questionable fashion choices I made back then, but the list is just too long. Anyways, if you could relate to this video, don't be too ashamed of those ugly, cringy phases. You're not alone. We all gotta start from somewhere. Also, if you're a young person being bullied for how you dress or for liking the things you do, I know I talk a lot about changing my style because of the bullying and social rejection, but I honestly just want to say, changing yourself to please others and fit in, and basing your self-worth on others' approval is no way to live. Those people who make fun of you and pressure you to be someone you're not, they're irrelevant after you graduate and move on in life. But the one person you spend the rest of your entire life with is yourself. So make yourself happy first. Did you guys ever have an edgy punk rock emo phase? Tell me about it in the comments. I love reading all the relatable stories you guys share with me. Thank you guys again for supporting me as always. I love you all. Stay safe.